September 20th, what's the date, 23rd? September 24th, October 24th. Just keep everybody on their toes. So at the time of 3:03, I'd like to convene the October 24th meeting of the Sacramento Public Library Board. Madam Clerk, may you please call the roll?
Sean Tao. Karina Talamontes. Katie Valenzuela. Katie Maple. Mai Vang. Phil Cerna.
Here.
Patrick Kennedy. Rich Desmond. Sue Frost. Pat Hume. Mary Jane Lopez Taff. Rod Brewer.
Here.
Kevin Spees.
Present.
Sean Farmer. Garrett Gatewood.
Here.
Tanya Kravchuk.
Here.
Dina Lefkowitz.
Here.
We have 8 members present, and I'll read the statement. This meeting of the Sacramento Public Library Authority is cablecast live on Metro Cable 14, the local government affairs channel on the Comcast Consolidated Communications and AT&T Uverse cable systems. This meeting is closed captioned and live streamed at metro14live.saccounty.net. Today's meeting will be repeated Saturday, October 26 at 4 p.m. on Channel 14 and can also be viewed on Metro Cable 14's YouTube channel. The meeting will also be recorded via Zoom. A DVD copy will be available upon request no later than 2 weeks following today's meeting. The full agenda, including reports, is available on the library website at www.saclibrary.org. Members of the audience wishing to address the board should complete a speaker identification form located at the back table and give it to the clerk. Members attending via Zoom should raise their hand in the Zoom program. Please speak clearly when addressing the board and state your name for the record. Comments are limited to 3 minutes so that everyone may be heard.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Director Gatewood, can you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Sure can. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for leading the pledge, Director Gatewood.
Thank you.
I'd like to go to number 2, public comment, matters not on the agenda. And we have no one here in attendance and to give a public comment. So
What are you talking about, sir? In the back? No?
No.
No? Left? No? Okay, cool. Oh, clear.
So with that said,
Scared there for a minute. No.
just had to be certain because it is close to Halloween.
Yeah. Ghosts. Oh, it's good. It's good. I sensed it. People that really want to give.
So we'll move on to item number 3, presentations. Item 3.1, Friends of the Sacramento Public Library.
Hello, everyone. My name is Devon Graves. I'm a member of the Friends of the Sacramento Public Library. Thank you so much for the opportunity to provide a report, Vice Chair Brewer. We are going to keep this short and simple. We are all about Measure E. We are doing some great work and looking for volunteers to come canvassing with us this weekend at 9 a.m. October 27th at Southside Park. If you're interested in volunteering to canvass for Measure E, please check our website to sign up and provide your information. We were really trying to get the word out to as many folks as we can. As always, we want to thank Chair Talamontes and Board Member Vang for their sponsorship of the measure. And we just also want to thank all the members of the JPA who have come out and either endorsed the measure or have advertised on your social media. All of that helps as we continue to spread the word about this. And I also want to thank our volunteers and members of the Friends who are committed to this work. It takes a lot. So this will be our focus up until Election Day. Besides that, if you want to put on your calendars, the next Friends of the Sacramento Public Library Board meeting will be held on November 12th at 7 p.m. on Zoom. So with that, that concludes our report, and happy to take any questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Devon, and I want to thank you for your efforts in working with the board and your advocacy for Measure E. Members, do we have any members here on the lectern or on screen that would like to ask a question of Devon at this time? Hearing and seeing none. Thank you, Devon. And we'll move on to item 3.2, adult literacy update.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Todd Deck, and I am the Community Engagement Manager at the Sacramento Public Library. And in this role, I oversee volunteer services, mobile services, outreach services, special projects, adult services, and adult literacy. And today I'm going to share with you an update on the adult literacy program and also share an important milestone with you all today. But before I go into the milestone, I did want to just share some information on adult literacy overall within Sacramento and in California. And essentially, this information on the slide shares that 28% read at or below a third grade reading level, and 36% have a similar numeracy level. And this is all according to the California Library Literacy Services Act. And essentially, what this information means is that 1 in 4 people over the age of 15 do not have the skills to decipher the words in these sentences. But there is help, and one of those helpful tools is the California Library Literacy Services Act. And this is the 40th anniversary of this service, and 40 years ago, Sacramento Public Library was one of 27 California libraries that started a literacy tutoring program. And what really makes this program unique is that it is volunteer-based and it is deeply learner-centered based off the learner's individual personal goals. So those goals can range from taking a DMV test or getting that dream job. One learner recently, just 2 weeks ago, I learned, got a job working at the schools in special education and had been through the tutoring program for the past 2 years. And this spring, a 40-year-old man, he passed his GED test after going through our tutoring program for a period of about 3 or 4 months. And through donations, the library was actually able to pay for this person's GED test, which normally that would cost around $146. So it was a full package experience for that person. And they actually sent an email stating that they feel like they made a new friend in their tutor. Before we go into another section of the presentation, I do just want to highlight the tutoring program with where we're at right now. Currently, we have 194 active learners and 149 active tutors. Most interestingly, we are actually have a program where we have tutors going into the jail to provide adult literacy training, which is a pretty unique service. I do really want to amplify the 194 people that actively sought out the library to get help with reading. Asking for help as an adult is not easy. Asking for help as an adult while you're struggling with reading is even harder. The fact that they came to a library, if you struggle with reading, a library is not, it's an intimidating place. And they actually reached out, learned about the program, sought help, and are now learning. And I think that's something that's really pretty remarkable. So next up is a video that really demonstrates the program in action. Our communications team worked with the adult literacy team to create this video. We see it as a resource to help learners feel even more secure in what they're going to experience through the program.
My name is Paul Cruz, and I was in the program for 2 years. I learned about the program through the internet. The steps I took to get started in the program was I filled out the email questionnaire, which got me connected with Laura from the program, who introduced me to my tutor, Miranda. My goals when I started the program was to complete my HiSET testing to get into community college so I could pursue nursing. I could say it was a pretty good experience. I appreciate my tutor for nonstop, keeping me motivated, just being there for me in general. The program helped me better my educational foundation and my confidence for attending community college. Right now, I am a student at Sacramento City College. I am completing my prerequisites for nursing, and hopefully by January of 25, I am accepted at Roseman Nursing University.
So the video demonstrates, the real impact it has on a person. One area I talked a little bit about was the learners, but I do really want to amplify the tutors that volunteer their time to make this happen. They're giving their time to help a stranger, and I think that's really remarkable. Overall, the California Library Literacy Services Act has helped over 10,000 learners in California. It has worked with over 4,700 volunteers, and it has represented over 386,000 hours of training and instruction. The adult literacy team at the Sacramento Public Library is a small but mighty group of 3. In addition to the adult literacy tutoring program, they also provide the Career Online High School service, which is in its 10th year, and we have over 290 graduates, and our English conversation groups, which currently we have 38 meetings a month, either virtually or in person at our branches. If anyone would like to learn more about adult literacy at the SAC Library, they can email literacy@saclibrary.org or call 916-264-5032. I appreciate this opportunity to kind of celebrate this milestone with you all, because it's a really small and quiet service that has a really huge impact. So, do you have any questions for me?
Thank you for your presentation, Mr. Deck. Do we have any questions from the members up here on the dais? Do you have any questions from anyone online? Director Lekovitz, do you have a question?
No, mainly I just wanted to thank the library staff for offering this service. I suspect this is kind of like a silent, not an epidemic, but 30% of our population, adult population, not being able to read is pretty astounding. So thank you so much. I think it's just really, really an important service. And if there's ways the board here can help get the word out for you, please let us know. We can use some of our networks if you're looking for more people to sign up.
Yeah, just tell people about it, be a cheerleader for it. Once someone learns about the service, then they're going to actually engage with us and want to learn more. So the more awareness, the better our community is. So thank you.
I do have a couple of questions, because this is a program that has benefited many adults over the years. And you mentioned that this program has been successful by word of mouth.
Well, you want to kind of consider the adult learner perspective. If you struggle with reading, you're not actively going to engage with a library. And so really it is that kind of personal connection outreach is really very critical to letting people know about the service. Inside libraries, it can happen too, as far as the word of mouth, but I really do think that it's that personal referral that can make a big difference.
And also on that note, as people approach the library to become a part of this program, is the objective to work towards a GED with the expectation of moving up the educational ladder to help themselves become more marketable career job-wise?
So the thing that makes this program, I think, so different for adult learning is that the learner gets to actually determine what the goal is. And so that can be something as simple as reading to your grandchild or going to your dream college. And by doing that, it actually is setting people up for individual success that is on their timeline. And I think that's very important. The more that you talk with adults that go through this program, school maybe was not the best experience for them. And so we really do try to almost do the opposite of that.
there's always very interesting conversations because a lot of our volunteers can be retired teachers. So it's kind of getting them to change their approach a little bit. So.
No, this is a great report, and I definitely enjoyed the video, because the video was a strong testimonial of how the program works and how the individuals, should they take up the challenge, that this is something that is here for them, and you have a good group of volunteers that are willing to work with them and meet them at where they are.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of a stranger giving up their time to help someone it's really remarkable, and people care that much about reading, and so every day it's an inspiration.
Well, thank you so much for the report and for sharing this information with us, Todd. This was great stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
Thank you. So now we will move to item number 4, executive team report. Mr. Director Coyle, you have the microphone.
Thank you, Vice Chair Brewer. Thank you, members of the board, for being here today and for the opportunity we have to share some things from the library that we're doing. I want to acknowledge and thank Todd and his team for that great presentation. As he said, that literacy team is a team of 3, and they do amazing work. And it dovetails nicely with the mission of the literacy of the library to encourage literacy. And we're grateful to have such dedicated staff, and especially the volunteers from the community to help that. Some of our management staff are in Philadelphia this week for the Urban Libraries Council Forum, so we'll have a report on that conference next month for you, as well as last week was the California Library Association Conference. We had a number of staff present at that, but we'll have more of information for the board about those activities at our next meeting. This month we've dealt with a number of building issues and some other routine maintenance of things, but a highlight of things that happened since our last meeting was our all-staff in-service day, and I highlight that in the written report. But this is a day that once a year our team can come together and have training and camaraderie and learn more about how to be better library workers. And I'd like to express our appreciation to the board for giving us that day to be close to the public. We don't close to the public very often, and it's always for a good reason. And I do think that this is one of the best reasons to do that, and we appreciate that. The staff were really invigorated and excited by the programs presented and the workshops, and it was really nice to see staff come together and have a great time to learn to be better library workers. And we're happy to answer questions about that if you have that from the report. Additionally, we did a lot of things for what we're liking to call Freedom to Read Week, and that involved bringing a number of programs to the library. Specifically, the author Mark Oshiro came, and they are a young adult teen author, and they did some writing workshops for some middle school and high school students at a number of locations, and then they did a program at the library and spoke about their experience as an author. And it was really a remarkable experience to hear them speak and to have them take part in those programs. Normally our teen programs sometimes are hit or miss, but these programs were both very full with lots of enthusiastic participants. So we're really grateful that Mark was able to come and take part of that. And then I will also just highlight some building issues. As you know, the Colonial Heights Library continues to be closed for repair and remediation of that fire that occurred there a number of weeks ago. In fact, just today, Todd and his team were out in that area doing some outreach to provide service to that community, and we're working on a schedule to provide more service to that community as well. And I won't belabor the rest of the report, but I have it in writing. If you have questions, you can refer to that, and I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have or entertain any comments as well.
Thank you, Mr. Coyle. Any questions amongst the directors? Hearing and seeing none, we will move forward in the next item, which is the monthly treasurer's report. And then the monthly financial report, item 5.
These items are information items only, unless the directors have any questions.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Hearing and seeing no questions from the directors, we will move on to the consent calendar. We have 4 items on the consent calendar. Are there any comments from the public?
Chair Brewer, if I might just highlight that there is one of these items is the schedule for the board meetings for next year.
Yep.
So just bring that to the attention of the board so that can be calendared appropriately with you and your teams.
Perfect. So with that said, with a motion from Director Tao, second one from Director Vang, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The ayes have it. Consent calendar is moved unless we need to poll the members online.
Sorry, because it is a teleconference meeting, we do need to have an audible vote.
Okay. So let's do our audible vote and count everyone online, as well as the people here present. Madam Clerk?
Sean Tao,
Aye.
Karina Talamantes, Katie Valenzuela, Katie Maple, Mai Vang. Yes. Phil Cerna,
Aye.
Patrick Kennedy, Rich Desmond, Sue Frost, Pat Hume, Mary Jane Lopez Taff, Rod Brewer,
Aye.
Kevin Spees,
Aye.
Sean Farmer, Garrett Gatewood,
Yes.
Tanya Kravchuk,
Aye.
Bina Lefkowitz.
Yes.
Motion passes with 8 members voting.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. So item 7, we have no actions. Item 8, reports, ideas, and questions from board members. Hearing and seeing none, we will now we will recess and go into closed session. Item number 9. So we will go into recess right now and